What is the worst gift your boyfriend ever gave? My boyfriend gives gifts like he's training for the Olympics. Thoughtful, expensive, impossible to match. I've never minded. But our college friend group, they've had opinions about it for years now. Last year's Christmas party was when the comments started. The host, Violet, who'd appointed herself queen of the friend group, threw the party at her apartment. We did Secret Santa, and my boyfriend had picked my name out of the jar. I opened my gift, and it was vintage earrings that matched a necklace my late grandmother left me. I started crying because he'd remembered the earrings from a story I told once, years ago. The room went quiet. Then Violet looked at me and said, "Must be nice having a boyfriend who just throws money at you." I reminded everyone we'd agreed on a minimum gift amount, not a maximum. Violet laughed and said, "Sure, but it's a little desperate, don't you think?" My boyfriend's hand found mine under the wrapping paper. He squeezed twice. Our signal for "I've got you." We left early. What happened next felt like poison dripping slowly into the vein. In January, Violet cornered me at brunch. "Honestly, you're just a pretty face to him. What happens when he finds someone younger?" I said nothing, paid my bill and left. In March, my boyfriend's best friend from college, the guy who'd been his roommate for 4 years, pulled him aside at a bar and said loud enough for me to hear, "Dude, she's clearly only with you for the money. You deserve someone who actually appreciates you." Then he paused and added, "I know a few girls who treat you better. Want me to introduce you?" That wasn't a joke. That was a direct attempt to end our relationship. My boyfriend grabbed my hand and walked out without a word. By April, everyone had picked sides. At a birthday dinner, I came back from the bathroom and caught the tail end of a conversation. Violet's best friend was saying, "I give it 6 months before he realizes he's being used. Men like him always figure it out eventually." They saw me standing there, but neither of them apologized. The best friend just smiled and said, "Oh, we were talking about a show." I smiled and sat down, finishing my food. The comments never stopped. They just got sharper. My boyfriend was the golden goose, and I was the obstacle. Then this year's Christmas party invite came, and it included a new rule. Couples couldn't draw each other for Secret Santa. "It keeps things fair," Violet explained. I texted the other couples in the friend group. None of them had this restriction, just my boyfriend and I. That was the line. My boyfriend saw the message and laughed, but with a sharp edge to it, like he was more done with them than I was. He promised he'd still participate. The night of the party, I watched him load 2 identical gift bags into the trunk. Same size, same wrapping, same ribbon, but one had a tiny red sticker on the handle. "What's the extra gift for?" I asked. He closed the trunk. "Insurance. Depends on how tonight goes." The party was at Violet's apartment again. My boyfriend placed the bag without the sticker on the gift table, and we sat down on her couch. 20 in, the host walked over to us, wine glass in hand. She looked directly at me and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "So, what did you get him this year? A card you bought with his money?" The room laughed. My boyfriend stood up slowly and went out to the car. When he came back, he walked to the gift table and swapped the bag so casually no one even noticed. When he sat back down beside me, he squeezed my hand twice. Later, everyone gathered in the living room for the gift exchange. My boyfriend revealed Violet was the name he pulled, and her eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. Violet snatched the gift bag from my boyfriend's hands and was practically foaming at the mouth as she tore into it. However, what she pulled out was a generic bath set. Lavender soap, a small candle, maybe $50 total. Her face twisted like she'd bitten into something rotten. Seriously? This is what I get? His college best friend, the roommate who'd tried to set him up with other girls, snorted from across the room. Knew he'd cheap out eventually. All that showing off, and this is what happens when he's not performing for his girlfriend. The room murmured agreement. My boyfriend waited 3 seconds. Then he pulled the original gift bag from his coat and opened it himself. Inside was a limited edition designer perfume, the exact one Violet had been posting about for months, begging her own boyfriend to buy her. Worth $3,000 easily. He set it on the coffee table where everyone could see. "This was what you were going to get," he said calmly. "But about an hour ago, you decided to make another comment about my relationship." He looked around the room at every silent face. "So now, you get the soap." Everyone was stunned into silence. Violet's face went red, then white. Her eyes started watering. She looked around for backup, but his best friend was suddenly very interested in his own shoes. My boyfriend turned to me. "Ready to leave?" In the elevator, my boyfriend leaned against the wall and smiled. "Think she'll ever use that candle?" I started laughing so hard I almost couldn't answer. "She'll think of us every time she smells lavender."